Hey, Sarah.
Hey, hi,
Hello.
Camping.
Hey.
Hi.
Yeah, it's really strange, to have a curatorial meeting online. It's like the first time for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, me too, me too. Usually we'll be in a cafe having coffee or something like that. At least, the face-to-face interaction. Now it's strange seeing each other on
Yeah.
screen.
It's kind of a very in-your-face experience. Kind of run away from each other's
Yes.
case.
Actually, if you think about it, technology is ubiquitous in our everyday aspect of our lives, yeah?
Yeah. And I think, with the whole COVID-19 situation, we have come to really rely on technology to do a lot of things like shopping, to learn, to
Mm-hmm.
communicate, and even, dating online has become a thing recently. And this is at a
Yeah.
really, like a really grand scale, like a national and global scale. So I think it's a whole new world that we are looking at.
It is indeed, absolutely. I think technology is no longer a tool, rather, it is an integral part of our lives. So, I also realized this has actually led to many new and innovative ways of creating contemporary art that are expressive of artistic vision and digital aesthetics as well. I mean, we have seen so many great initiatives, exhibitions, the sing along, right?
Mm.
And then all these being documented and then screened online. I think it's pretty effective in conveying social meaning that's capable of influencing and impacting many people's lives.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I think what's also really nice is that a lot of very traditional artists or people who have never dealt with digital technologies are also starting to think about what technology can mean, in the way they present the work or in the way it can be used in their work. So I think that's great. And, to jump in again, did you manage to look at the submissions for
Mm.
this year's Youth Festival?
Yes, I did. We received 362 submissions responding to the theme of artists and technology.
Yeah, I think the range of works that we are getting is really interesting, and I see
Mm.
four sub themes emerging from these works. So, for example, like a lot of the works, they deal with technology and the self.
Mhm.
Mm,
I think also technology itself is a rather apparent and recurring theme. Well, our youths today are particularly technology savvy, right? So they are able to
yeah,
curate their life and work between physical and digital states. So as I suppose digital natives, these young artists, our young artists, strongly resonate with this sub theme. I see many illustrating undertones of social media. The artists
yeah,
also effectively portray many doubts that one can face and also the effects of digital distractions. Hmm.
right. Yeah. Then we also have, technology and environment, and
Mhm.
the works in this category, they tend to navigate between very intangible boundaries between
Yes.
technology, environment, physical, and virtual world. And I think
Mm.
this reveals a kind of challenge that some of these young people face in the process of growing up. Um, and they deal with different issues, ranging from self-esteem to loneliness. But most of all, I think they reveal a desire to escape from, the everyday.
Mm. I saw that as well. I agree
Yeah.
with you. I'm also quite surprised at the sensitivity of some students
Mhm.
when I saw a couple of works within another sub theme, and that's that of technology and memories.
Mm.
So I saw many investigating the effects of social media. There were ideas involving curated identities and content creation in such an age of access. And in the larger scheme of things, right,
Yeah.
globalization and its repercussions on memory, childhood, environment, and play can also be brought about by developments in media and technology. Mm.
Yeah, and in relation to that, I think one of the biggest group also recognizes that technology is an enabler, and there are different perspectives to this. So one of that is the transformative power of how technology can be employed to help and inspire artists in collaborative
Mhm.
processes to make
Mhm.
artworks that were previously not possible manually, or it helps us to break out of certain frameworks of thinking. And then we have reflections and speculative works that looks at what are the things that can happen with technology. What are the benefits? What are the cons that technology can bring to society? And this reveals some of our anxieties and hopes for the future. And lastly, I think a lot of the works also look at alternative distributions and consumptions, basically the way that we can present artworks. And a lot of the trending topics that the art world is looking at, how do we redistribute work, how do we present work? So this is also a question about the future of art.
Yeah. I think having so many entries ranging and all the different artworks ranging from so many different sub themes makes it such an exciting process in curating the pieces.
So what do you think is one important quality that we should look out for in thinking about the special mention works?
I think in the deliberation process, one quality that is particularly important to the panel would be that of the unpacking of the term technology, right? I mean, it can mean so many different things. Arts and technology have always had a symbiotic relationship. So I think how the young artists kind of conceptually unpack that term will be important, and that's what the panel looks at. I hope also that as our students and our viewers navigate through this sensory and varied selection of artworks, right, that they can find some time to reflect upon the endless possibilities of enhancing social and global developments through creative and design processes.
Yeah, and I think it's really something that every one of us should take a role and take part in driving these new ways of creating works, new ways of making art, and new ways of thinking about communities through this experimentation and the whole new world that we are suddenly confronted with. To think about art.
Yes, actually now our conversation has gone through all the different kinds of artworks. We've been talking about all the different forms of pieces that are emerging. I get so excited, and I think we should relook at the works again. We should go back and see and have a look at them and see what else we can unpack